Anyone who's been watching the digital content scene knows this whole prompts profit market thing.
Yeah.
It's not just bubbling up, it's basically exploded, hasn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It's gone from like a niche thing to a genuine gold rush. The speed these AI models like ChatGPT and Midjourney are improving, well, it just means the need for really good inputs, the actual prompts, is shooting up every single day.
Right. Everyone seems to need them, but creating them well, that takes time, takes skill.
Skills most people just don't have, or maybe don't have the time to develop. Which brings us neatly to today's topic.
Exactly. We're going to unpack a piece of software called PrompterIQ. The big claim here is that it lets you sidestep all that hard work, all the learning curve.
Yeah, it supposedly spits out these high-converting prompts instantly, and maybe even more importantly, wraps it all up in a way you can actually make money from it.
So that's our mission for this deep dive, right?
Yeah.
To really pick apart those claims. The source material we looked at suggests you can set up, well, basically a passive income stream just selling these AI prompts.
Without writing a word yourself, supposedly, or needing any deep tech knowledge. So we want to get past the marketing hype and see how it actually claims to do this for you, the user. What's the structure? What are the features?
Okay, let's get into it. The core pitch, it really focuses on this idea of turning what they call simple AI text into daily income.
And they lean heavily on the market growth, saying it's growing every single day, which, I mean, we see that. It feels true.
But then they pivot immediately to the problems, the struggles that people face trying to actually do this.
Mm-hmm. And that's smart framing, isn't it? They're not just selling you software. They're selling you the answer to problems you probably already recognize if you've looked into this space.
So to get the value prop, we need to understand these problems they say PrompterIQ solves. There are 5 big ones they list.
Yeah, 5 main roadblocks that they claim this tool just demolishes for people wanting to create and sell prompts.
So what's number 1 on their list?
The first one is a biggie. Lack of strategy. Just, not knowing what kind of prompts to create in the first place, or who you'd even sell them to, or how much to charge.
Right. You can generate text all day, but if you don't know where it's going.
It's just noise. Exactly.
Yeah.
Existing tools might give you the words, but they leave you totally lost on the business side, the market direction.
Makes sense. Okay, the second issue sounds more structural. They call it a no business framework problem.
Yeah, spot on. So you have a tool that makes prompts, great, but does it give you a website, a way to license what you make,
Yeah.
a list of potential buyers? Usually no. The source argues most tools are just generators. PrompterIQ, they claim, gives you that whole framework, the structure to actually, monetize the output.
Okay. Then there's the one everyone bumps into selling anything online, overcrowded platforms.
Oh, yeah. They specifically mention places like Fiverr and Prompt-Base being saturated.
So even if your prompt is good,
Yeah.
good luck getting noticed as a newbie.
Precisely. Visibility is a massive challenge. Which ties into their fourth point, low-quality outputs.
Meaning?
Well, if the market's flooded, you have to compete on quality, right? But they argued that a lot of the generic AI outputs, they're just not good enough for someone paying real money. They don't give those super specific targeted results customers need.
Okay, and the last one they highlight, and this feels really central to the whole profit angle, is missing rights and licensing.
Yes, this is crucial. If you generate a prompt with a standard tool and then try to sell it or sell content made with it, do you actually have the legal right to do that? Often the answer is murky or just no.
So you're limited right from the start in how you can actually make money.
Exactly. That lack of clear commercial or resell rights basically cuts your profit potential off at the knees. It's a really effective list of problems because it positions the tool, PrompterIQ, as the essential solution, not just a nice to have.
They're basically saying, don't struggle like everyone else. Just use this and ride the profit wave.
Pretty much. It frames the problem as a market failure that only their automated, high-quality solution can fix.
Okay, powerful story. So let's look at the solution itself, PrompterIQ. The headline claim is it's the biggest text prompt solution, making top-tier prompts in seconds for, well, all the major platforms, right? ChatGPT, Midjourney.
And others, too, they imply. And look who they say it's for. It's a really wide net. Content creators, coaches, freelancers wanting a side hustle.
Entrepreneurs, educators?
Right. Anyone who could use tailored AI content fast. The common thread is speed and, crucially, zero technical hurdles.
Yeah, they really hammer that accessibility point. No coding, no complicated tools, no hiring freelancers.
Pitched as 100% newbie friendly, which makes sense if they're targeting people who've maybe tried other AI stuff and just hit a wall with the complexity like APIs and things.
So that's the promise. The actual process has to be ridiculously simple, yeah.
It has to be. Otherwise, the whole newbie-friendly thing falls flat, and they lay out a 3-step workflow that sounds almost too easy.
Okay, step 1 is basically just get in.
Yep. Buy the thing, log into the dashboard online, that's it. Setup done.
Step 2 is where the magic happens.
Supposedly. Instead of you figuring out complex prompt engineering, you just pick a use case like, I need a Facebook ad or a blog post structure. Enter a few basic details about what you want, hit generate. The AI handles the prompt crafting part.
And step 3?
Publish and profit. That prompt, which they claim is high quality and profitable, is ready instantly. You can sell it, use it, whatever. The whole system's geared towards minimizing that time between clicking buy and potentially seeing some return.
Okay, simple process.
Yeah.
But to justify the value, especially that $4,700 figure they mentioned later, there have to be some more powerful features under the hood, right? It can't just be a basic generator.
Exactly. And that's where they talk about features built for scale for people looking to do more than just generate a few prompts here and there.
Right, the what's in the box part. They mentioned generating prompts for all sorts, blogs, emails, ads, stressing no writing or brainstorming needed. It sounds like they're selling automated strategy, not just text generation.
That's a good way to put it. And for volume users, like maybe agencies or people building up a digital product store,
they offer unlimited text prompt creation. No caps, no limits.
Yeah, that's a big selling point, and it's paired with a bulk prompt generator.
Ah, okay. So if you are an agency or you want to flood a specific niche on a marketplace,
you could potentially create hundreds of tailored, high-quality prompts very, very quickly. That's the feature that could potentially turn it from just a helper tool into a business engine.
And the scope seems pretty broad, too. Over 100+ niches and business use cases.
Yeah, and they emphasize these aren't just random templates. They're supposedly optimized for actual business needs, copywriting, marketing, coaching, e-commerce, design, lots of profitable areas. It brings back that strategic element.
Yeah. Okay, but let's circle back to the feature you said was crucial earlier. The one that really sets it apart and tackles that fifth big problem. The full commercial rights.
Yes. This isn't just a bullet point. It feels like the absolute core of the whole business proposition they're selling you with the tool.
Because without those rights,
you can't legally or ethically build a business selling the prompts or the content they generate. Simple as that. So when they include full commercial rights, they're essentially saying, here's the license you need to actually use this tool's output as your own product.
Which means you can, sell the prompts directly?
Yep. Use them, tweak them, sell them as if you wrote them. You could also create content for clients using the prompts, run a done-for-you content service.
Like a mini agency powered by the tool.
Exactly. Or license the outputs as ready-made digital products for the wider market. And the key claim, keep 100% of the profits. That commercial rights feature is what theoretically transforms a $27 software purchase into a licensed business asset.
Right. It bridges the gap between making prompts and having a prompt business, which leads us straight into the money side of things, the financial potential they claim.
And this is where the marketing, let's be honest, gets pretty wild. They talk about multiple income streams, selling the prompts, coaching others, freelancing, even affiliate marketing.
They specifically suggest starting one of those DFY agencies, maybe targeting authors or teachers.
Yeah, niche markets, but then they get into specific ROI numbers. And you really need to take these with a grain of salt.
Okay, hit me with them. What are they claiming?
All right, so for a marketing agency using PrompterIQ, they claim it saves 10 hours a week. And that saving translates somehow into over $5,000 a month in ROI.
Wow, okay, $5,000 a month just from saved time.
That's the claim. And it gets bigger. For an e-commerce store, they say 15 hours saved per week equals $8,000 plus monthly ROI.
$8,000.
And a coaching business saving 12 hours a week, that's supposedly $6,500 plus a month.
Okay, hold on. How are they possibly calculating that? Are they saying the tool directly generates that much extra income? Or it's more like, if you value your time at X dollars per hour, saving Y hours equals Z dollars.
That's almost certainly it. It's likely based on projecting potential value. They're taking the assumed hourly rate of that business owner, multiplying it by the claimed time saved, and presenting that as ROI. It's a projection, definitely not a guarantee of actual cash earned.
Right, it's valuing the time, not necessarily proving direct causation of new revenue.
Yeah.
And the other metrics they share are just as, well, ambitious.
Extremely ambitious. A digital marketing agency seeing an 847% revenue increase.
800%.
Yeah. An e-commerce store supposedly boosted conversions by 234%. A SaaS startup apparently got 445% more leads. These are, astronomical numbers potentially linked just to using better prompts.
They sound amazing, but you have to wonder about the context. Are these cherry-picked best-case scenarios?
Almost certainly. But they serve a purpose in the marketing, right? First, they make the tool seem data-backed, credible. Second, they appeal directly to those specific types of users.
And who are the users claiming these wins? They mentioned testimonials.
Yeah, they list types like a PLR seller, a prompt specialist, a course creator, digital marketer, and a side hustler selling prompts. It shows who they think the tool is best for.
Can you quickly explain PLR seller and prompt specialist for listeners who might not know?
Sure. A PLR seller deals in private label rights content. They basically create content articles, ebooks, prompts maybe, and sell the license for others to rebrand and sell as their own. So a bulk generator with commercial rights, that's perfect for them.
Makes sense. And a prompt specialist.
That's someone who either consults with businesses on how to use AI prompts effectively, or they sell very high-quality custom prompts directly to clients for specific tasks. Again, a tool promising high quality and commercial rights fits right in.
Okay, that context helps understand why those huge metrics might appeal to certain users, even if they seem wildly optimistic for the average person. It's positioned as an engine for content sellers.
Exactly, which brings us to how they package it all up. The total value proposition. They add up the app itself, the unlimited creation, the 100+ templates, the crucial commercial license, the training videos.
And land on a perceived value of, what was it, over $4,700.
Yeah, $4,700 plus VUMP, which then sets up the pricing hook.
The classic scarcity play.
Totally. They say, look, logically, this kind of business in a box should be a subscription, probably $97 a month. That's positioned as the real future price.
Right now.
But right now, for a limited time, for the first 1,000 customers, you can get it all for a one-time payment of just $27.
$27 one time versus nearly $100 a month. That's designed to make you feel like you absolutely cannot miss out.
It's pure FOMO, fear of missing out. That massive perceived discount combined with the limited availability pushes for an immediate decision.
And to make that quick decision feel safer, they include a guarantee.
Yeah, a 30-day money-back guarantee. They even add a little detail saying refunds are processed within 24 hours if you go through their support.
Interesting detail. Any idea why they'd specify that?
Well, they also mention not to raise a PayPal dispute if you want the refund fast. It suggests they want to handle refunds directly, maybe to avoid issues with payment processors during a potentially high-volume launch. Keep customer service smooth on their end.
Okay, so wrapping this up, we've looked into PrompterIQ. The market for prompts is undeniably hot, but also getting crowded fast.
Very crowded. And this tool's core argument is that it solves that problem by automating not just making prompts, but making high-quality, strategic prompts, and crucially, giving you the rights to sell them.
So thinking about this from the listener's perspective, someone trying to navigate all this AI stuff, avoid getting overwhelmed, what's the big takeaway here?
Well, the source material really pushes this idea that maybe, just maybe, success in this prompt economy isn't going to be about how creative you are personally or how much time you spend crafting the perfect prompt.
But more about the tool you use.
Potentially, yeah. If saturation is the big problem and generic AI makes saturation easy, then maybe the edge comes from using an automated tool that provides superior quality, speed, and those all-important commercial licenses faster than anyone else.
So the future might hinge less on individual skill and more on who has the best automation and licensing.
It's a fascinating question it raises, isn't it? If automation removes the barrier to entry for creating prompts, does winning just become about scaling production and locking down the rights? Definitely something to think about as this AI landscape keeps shifting.
A really interesting point to consider. Thanks for digging into this source material with us today.
My pleasure. Until next time, keep questioning those automation promises.